The word niche is so overwhelming right now that it's thrown around left and right, and a lot of entrepreneurs are multi passionate. Here's the thing, don't worry, I got your back. We're going to talk about brand pillars instead and how you could take that approach until you find your niche, or maybe not, and that's completely fine. Welcome to the social collective space for creators and aspiring entrepreneurs to get confident on camera and make money on social media, even if you don't have 10K subscribers yet. Don't worry, you don't need them to make money. Today, specifically, we're going to get straight into the content to talk about brand pillars. Now, before we do, I need you to know one thing. Who is your target audience? Who are you talking to? If you have no idea who you're talking to, you just will not find who specifically is going to buy your thing. For example, I talk to a lot of women. I talk about how I help women create income online. And that doesn't mean that I don't help men. It's just, think about my branding. I have everything pink, everything girly behind me. Literally, my chair is pink. Like, specifically, a lot of men will not sign up with me, and that's okay. I feel more comfortable with women anyway. So figure that out. Who are you talking to? Figure out what's the age range. In a separate video, I will be talking about specifically like an ideal client profile, which is just as important. But for the sake of creating content, who's your target audience? That's going to be like a group of people. So how old are they? Where are they from? It could be that specific, but knowing your target audience. So what the heck are brand pillars? Let's get straight into what they are. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Think about a magazine. If you were a magazine, Senya Herrera magazine, what would be the chapters in your magazine? Okay, so if it's a health magazine, let's say, what would be the chapters in that magazine? Well, maybe it's going to be what to dress at the gym. Maybe it's going to be what recipes post gym or before the gym, like pre-workout snacks. Another chapter can be specific stretches. Another chapter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is the magazine analogy. And if you were a magazine and the magazine was social media, what would be your chapters? Recently, I found another analogy that I really liked. Think about different buckets. If you want to talk about 5 things related to your ideal client, but also that you love, what are those buckets about? One thing that I heard from one of my mentors, she said, my social media is not about me, it's about my ideal client. She sells a product, but her ideal people, her ideal client, love recommendations. She's in the influencer space. So she doesn't sell clothes. She sells body products, hair products, skin products. But what she does is that give people the links, the recommendations, here's where I bought my pants, here's where I bought all of that, because her social media is for her ideal client. Now, let me give you an example of these buckets or the chapters, however you want to call it. When I first started, I would talk about so many different things, but these are pretty much what in the past few years are my main chapters or my main buckets. I always love to talk about Instagram. Love talking about video tips. Entrepreneurship and kind of my journey through entrepreneurship has always been a thing too. Malia and David, my daughter and my husband, are always part of my brand. I know not everyone can have their children on camera, and that's completely fine. But I do talk about being a mom and in business. How does that work? Like, I'm freaking tired sometimes. Like, I did not work out today. Like, being that mom and business entrepreneurship, I was heavily focused on that. And course creation, I love making income online and showing others how to do it with your own knowledge, templates, all of that. So what can you talk about? Well, you can talk about the same things in your different buckets. That's the beauty of it. For example, entrepreneurship myths. What are some entrepreneur myths? What does a day in a life look like? What are some entrepreneurship mistakes? Mindset things. how to even get started. And take a look on your right, course creation. You can talk about the same thing. Course creation myths, day in a life. What does it take to create a course? Course creation mistakes, mindset behind course creation. So when you do that, that's just something that's so simple and it's just like perfect. I'm in and out. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate this. This is why this video is so short and to the point, because I want you to just get into action. Now, with that being said, your brand, your magazine, your bucket will continue to evolve. So if you take a look, this is pretty much what my current pillars are. Talk a lot about content creation. It's not just Instagram anymore. I love YouTube. I'm obsessed with it. I'm here every single day. I love TikTok. That's just a platform that I've just completely fallen in love with. Instagram's still there. I still have my community there, but I'm heavily focused on TikTok and YouTube. Sometimes I sprinkle some Pinterest in there. Next is camera confidence. It's not just video tips. Like, I want to show you how to say less ums. Don't count my ums on this video, okay? I think I said them a few times. How to say less ums. How to look on camera as if we're talking right now, eye to eye. Entrepreneurship has to do with continuing to give you my tips, my mindset, and all, but it's like a big umbrella of entrepreneurship. Malia and David are one bucket because we talk about just family things instead of just like mom. It's family. And course creation is still going to be course creation. I love helping women making online that way. So what is your next task? Well, you're going to find and clarify your target audience, okay? You're going to figure out your brand 5, your bucket, your pillars, your magazine, pick 5. And now you're going to start posting. Post your reels with those in mind. Post your photos and give me a tip. Give me a myth. Post your long form content. Whatever you need to do, just post it. Now, the reason why is because how do you get better? It's just theory when you're watching this. You have to practice and you have to test it out. One of the things I want you to take out of this is not to overcomplicate it. Is there a whole marketing strategy before posting and, writing out your captions that are just elaborate? Yes. But all I want you to do is get comfortable posting and being consistent. What is good for you? How many times does it feel like it's not overwhelming for you? Do you like videos? Oh my God, I said, excuse me. Do you like videos versus like carousels? Do you like reels better? Do you like shorts better? Just go practice. Pick 1 or 2 platforms and go practice. I have a video for you that is 8 ideas that you can do for short form content, as well as how to build a personal brand and why it's so important.